Hello and welcome to Smitty's. I am a wood cutting fanatic who loves to run a chainsaw. I run alcohol chainsaws, ported chainsaws, I race chainsaws, and I even run the occasional vintage. Now remember, I cannot do this without you. You're everything to the channel, so please remember, subscribe, give that thumbs up, leave that comment. Today, we are going to have a lot of fun. How you doing? Tonight, I actually finished putting the Jonsered 670 together. Got it ported up. So my goal here with this video is basically to go from first start to the first cuts. So let's see how she progresses. Hopefully we get to the point of our first cuts on this saw. So, alrighty. Let me get the camera adjusted here. And we're going to try for a first start. Yep. Jonsered 670. She's ported. Let's see what she does. She's got compression. The rope is frayed. I'm half afraid. Ouch. Something seems off. This all needs a compression release. For certain. What can I do about that? Alright, so I took a compression release out of my 372 I blew up and put in it. So let's hope it's a little better now. This is a timing issue. She's too far advanced. Let me see if the person, I'll come back here in a minute. I'm going to see if the person who gave it to me might have advanced the timing. And I'll see if I can get it retarded again. Alrighty. Alright, so I just checked the timing and it's still original. The coil, the gap between the coil and the flywheel was off. It was all but rubbing. It might have even been rubbing, so it was really close. So I readjusted that, and we're gonna give it another try, see what happens. Alrighty. Now, I pulled the top cover off because this bolt right here, that's the little sucker that got me on the knuckle, and that hurt. So I pulled the cover off, just in case. So the chain brake will not stay disengaged. I try to disengage it and it automatically re-engages. Don't know why. And the compression release is not functioning correctly. So we might end up eliminating it after all. It's not popping back out. And the clutch just went flying. Lovely. Alrighty, we got her started. So the starter's having issues, if you haven't noticed. The part you may not be noticing is while it's sitting here running, it's like wanting to shoot the starter out. So I'm gonna pull it apart and see if that, see what might be going on. Maybe a little lube. We'll clean that up. Now I gotta put the clutch back together. I found all the parts, so nothing to worry about there. And the chain brake, we'll figure it out. What I'm running into is the flag is hitting the handlebar way before it disengages. So it's obviously not the original clutch cover, but I might have to remove the chain brake function. The compression release is not functioning at all, so I'm going to pull it out and put the plug back in. Might as well do that right now. I think the difficulty of the start was a combination of a few things. Partly, I think I had a little too much assembly lube. Partially that, partially the starter issue, partially the coil being set, the gap to the coil, between the coil and the flywheel. They were set too close. I think it was just a combination of all those things is why I was having trouble. But now that it's running, I think it'll run a lot easier. And part of the difficulty in getting it started, I believe, was because the low speed jet was too lean. Now, I don't know if you guys can notice it on the video, but this thing is the best, probably some of the best throttle response I've ever had on a saw. So it'll be interesting to see how it performs. Let me see if it's too difficult to start without with that plug back in for the compression release. So yeah, I can start it now. I think that was just a combination of a bunch of factors that was making it difficult to start. But I got them cleaned up. Now I gotta get this clutch back together and figure out what's going on with that starter. But hopefully tomorrow we get to give it a test run and see how she goes. Alrighty, so hopefully you'll get come in to the next part of this video where we're actually cutting. Alrighty. All right, so here you go. It's the next day. We're gonna go out here and cut some wood. Threw a 24-inch bar on it. The chain is a used chain that I got off of some saw. I can't remember where it came from. But I sharpened it up, and the rakers are just so deep that the chain's gonna be basically down to nothing by the time the rakers clean up. So, it is what it is. She's probably gonna wanna bounce and chatter and everything else, but we're gonna run it anyway. It won't be as fast because of that. The more it wants to bounce and chatter, the more it, slows the saw down. So, or shouldn't say slows the saw down, it slows down the cut. Because you got time there where the chain's not making contact. So, it slows you down a little bit. But here you go. The chain's gonna be super aggressive and we're gonna make some cuts. We're gonna start out here on our test pile, and then we're gonna take it down to the firewood pile and see how she does on some oak. Alrighty, so here you go. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. She ran really well. I'm surprised. It has more torque than I thought it would. In fact, I actually have no complaints whatsoever. I just need to get a top cover for it and fix that issue. And then the oiler's not producing enough oil, and I think the worm drive is shot. It's like a plastic worm gear, and I think it's wore out. So I'm gonna have to work at locating another worm gear, I think. Get this oiler producing a little more. It's barely producing any oil at all, so the chain and stuff is getting kind of hot making these cuts. So yeah, we're gonna have to fix that too. But otherwise, I have no complaints with the way the saw is running right now, and it actually exceeds my expectations. So, you know, it has a little more torque than I thought it would. The RPM is right in there to where I was hoping to get it and everything. So yeah, I'm actually quite pleased. So, hey, I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll catch you in the next one. Later.